You have to realize that AI is about to take a lot of jobs. It already has, honestly. Technology is like humans are trying to figure out how to do the least amount of work possible while achieving the best result. And if you realize that doing all that work now is only going to make it that much easier for you in the future when when you can run a company as just an individual because you can tell a machine, oh, this is what I need handled, and the machine is going to handle that. Like for me, literally, like a lot of times I was thinking like, oh, I needed a person, I need a person to help me make budget sheets, help me make calendars, help me make this, that. With ChatGPT, like you can literally type it in and I have like prompts, outlines, contracts, and those were individual people before. But imagine if some of those processes, or even just are just aware before, like done the research. Like I was, creating contract templates online, from scratch, and it's like now, oh, that knowledge that I already had, now it's just I'm able to do that. But if you don't have that knowledge before and have that experience, then it's like you can really get played by a machine, which is crazy. It's crazy to think about how the same like bad deals and ripoffs that people craft in their mind, machines are gonna be able to, craft that instantly and know how to like, oh, this is, scientifically how to get somebody to emotionally, sell their soul in a bad deal. And then like it's like a record label or someone tells a machine, hey, give this person a bad deal, but just disguise it as a good deal and send it to them. And then you receive that and you're just like, oh my God, AI, I trust AI, going through it, you sign your name, boom, your life is signed away. Boom, you just got played by a machine. But if you come into that already knowing, okay, this is how I make a contract, this is how I do this, that, then you're gonna be so much more, you're gonna have such an upper hand on just the world in general, technology. Like when you get to a point where someone can either choose a machine to do something or you to do something, and yeah, the machine might do it more effectively, but you are you, and you are human, and you are relatable. And when people can get past the, oh yeah, the machine might be more effective, but this is someone I relate with, I identify with, I know their story, that's Michael Prince. I'd rather have, Michael Prince make a couple mistakes, playing a violin track than put it into a machine and have it perfect, because that removes this like human element that we can empathize with. Like that's what makes music, honestly, in my opinion, is it actually making sense and having feeling. And for music, it's like it's always been a creative process. For music and musicians, it's like you create an album, you work on an album for so long and put in so much like time, effort, emotions into it, and then you have a product that you can share with the world. But now it's like we're just removing that whole process and beep, 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 boop, 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 cut, paste. Oh my gosh, I have a symphony created, a fake symphony with all these strings, and oh, that sounds like strings. Oh, these strings sound so much close to the original that now we're just completely eliminating all of the individual people that have spent individual years practicing, connecting with the music. Like, you press a button, you get a sound. but you take out an instrument, set it up, you know, you think in the back of my head, like, for example, I don't even know where my violin is. I'll pull up the viola. The viola isn't even tuned, honestly. For example. I pull out this viola, right? I pull out this viola. Here's an example. Let's find a note on the piano. Let's go to a string sound on this piano. Trombones, like, we literally have databases of all these recorded sounds and electronic sounds and electronically. Okay, this is pressing the button. But for me to get an instrument up, you know, just being able to put an instrument like this and hold the posture is years. Honestly, when I first started playing violin, I started with a tissue box. Our first, like, almost a year, or I don't know the timeline, but a few months was spent with a tissue box, just, you know, getting that set up. Not even mentioning, oh, how are we gonna, you know, place our hands on this, like, what even is this, you know? And then you add in, oh, the bow fundamentals and bow hold and all that stuff. And then it's like, oh, contact point. Like, where do we place our... Like, there's so much that goes into each one of those musicians that have been putting in years and hours, thousands of hours into learning these instruments, and we're reducing it to this. We're reducing it to telling a machine or pressing buttons. We're reducing humans to buttons, to technology, to sound. And yeah, it's making, oh, it's so much easier, you know, easy. But it's like, we're losing the authenticity. And it's unfortunate because the people that actually, you know, are leaning towards that authenticity, it's like they get kind of pushed, you know, to the side and never really get that spotlight, because the music industry is, I guess, just run by people who now know how to make the best things the quickest and the most effective and the cheapest. If you can sit down and have somebody, you know, play out some notes, or you have some packs that are already created where people just, like, piece together these, like, large musical compositions, like, why even go to a symphony anymore? It's scary. It's really scary. But to combat that, you gotta learn how to use what you do have while you have it. And for us, that's this. This device has given us a key to show people that we are not this. That we are, you know, that we're that instead of that. And I don't know how, as a musician, as a human, you can expect someone to realize you're not that until you show them physically. Because people, like, they might hear, I hear some strings in a song. Like, what's the difference between a string like that and an actual string like that? Well, the only difference is the person playing the instrument. And if you don't know the person that's playing the instrument, or if you don't see the person that's playing the instrument, if you don't know the person that's playing the instrument's story, then how can you know that that's not an NPC, that that's not AI, that's not a button being pressed, or some code being written to, create a box style symphony over some type of beat? How do you know? You don't. A lot of people in this world don't even know what real instruments sound like anymore because they've only been exposed to, these synthesizers and stuff. Man, it's... It's crazy. It's concerning,